This is Cristen with Bridging Apps, and the app I'm going to show you today is an amazing app called Seeing AI, and the AI stands for Artificial Intelligence. It's made by Microsoft, and we know it's going to be around for a while because it's well supported, constantly updated. It's free to use. It's just a really wonderful tool. So I'm going to demonstrate this app for you today, but I want to tell you a little bit about it. It's designed for people who are blind, visually impaired, or even just those who have low vision or maybe have just a little bit of difficulty and need just a little bit extra around the house to do certain things, or in the community, or you're trying to read something and it's super, super small and it's difficult for you to see. And so this is just a wonderful tool that you can use for many, many things. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close this out, and I'm actually going to open up the app in my I'm going to talk you through the bottom. You're just going to see a blank screen, and at the very bottom, you're going to see all of these different symbols, and I'm going to show you how each one of them works. Essentially, what I'm doing is I'm going to lift my iPad up, and I'm going to be using the camera in the iPad in this app, and I'm going to hover over some short text, just a little bit of text, not a full document.
BridgingApps, bridging the gap between technology and people with disabilities. Getting started. Reviews. How to. appsearch.www.bridgingapps.org BridgingApps at eastersealshouston.org.
So what you just heard there was kind of a robotic sounding voice. You're allowed to change the voice. There are male and female voices with different accents, and it essentially reads it aloud to you. So let's say you can't read it on your own. You could read little short text, things like that. If you want to read something that has a little bit more text in it, like a document, let's say a letter that comes your way, what you do is you switch over to the little icon that looks like a
Document.
paper.
Processing.
So what that did is it took a picture. It actually scanned that document and took a picture of it. And now at the very bottom, you're going to see where I'm going to touch the A with a plus sign on the right-hand side on the bottom. And that actually makes my text bigger. And so that may be all that I need. I may just need to make that text bigger so that I can read what they're saying. But on the lower left-hand side, you're going to see a triangle that looks just a lot like a CD player or a cassette player, where that means play. So you just touch that, and it starts reading aloud what the text is.
Body, font family, Arial, font size, 12 points. Description of the safety defect and safety hazard due to a potential defect in the brake lamp switch in your vehicle, the rear brake lamp.
So you get the idea. And what she said at the very beginning is the voice always comes on and says the type of font. So she said Arial, font size 12. So at the beginning of any kind of text, she's going to read aloud, or the voice will read aloud, what size the text is in. So I'm just going to hit stop there, and we're going to go on to the next one. So the next one is actually a little icon that looks like a barcode. And so I am going to take that. I'm going to find my little barcode thing here. I'm going to switch it over, and I'm going to put it over a barcode.
Processing. Bigelow Benefits Ginger and Perch Herbal Tea Bags 18 CT.
So you heard right there, it basically just scanned a barcode, and it says exactly what that is. You can tap on more information, and sometimes it'll give you additional information that the manufacturer put about that product. So that's really handy around the house. Let's say that you ripped off the label for something and you want some more information. You could do a barcode reader, or if you're shopping in the grocery store and you've got low vision, you could just scan different products and have them read aloud to you. The next item at the very bottom is people. And since I don't have a person to demonstrate with you, this is in beta right now, which means it's in a test phase where they're trying to do facial recognition, where you could actually train this device to, the more you use it, you can come in contact with familiar people. So think about that for someone who maybe has dementia or has some memory issues. This could be super helpful in identifying caregivers. The next one at the bottom
Currency.
is currency. It's basically money identifier. So I'm going to stick some money here.
Currency. 20 US dollars. 20 US dollars.
Okay, so I'm going to try another one.
5 US dollars. 5 US dollars.
Perfect. So you can see how handy that could be for somebody with low vision. I'm going to switch over to household items
Scene. Preview.
and see what it does here. I've just got my lens cleaner here.
Processing. Probably a bottle of medicine.
Well, it didn't get that one too right. I probably picked the wrong kind of object. Let me see if I could do this. Go back to my tea example.
Processing. Text. Letter.
No, that wasn't too good either. I'm going to switch right now to colors.
Color. Preview. White. Green. White. Gray. Gray and pink. Gray and white. Red. Blue. Brown and purple. Brown. Gray. White.
So the color identifier is super, super handy for many people. Just imagine, again, trying to get dressed in the morning. You're trying to match something. It's hard for you to see it. You don't want to rely on somebody else. You could use this to help identify colors. So there are a couple other items that are in test phase with this app, and the other one is handwriting. So imagine using this and the camera to be able to scan a handwritten letter, a handwritten note. It's not super accurate yet, but they're working on it, and so the more people use it, the more, just really the better the technology gets. So that's really what I wanted to show you with Seeing AI. It's just a fantastic tool. I've used it with people in my family who have visual impairments. It takes a little bit of practice, but it's just an amazing tool to really help support independence, reduce dependence on caregiving, and really help somebody feel that they can be by themselves and have just have some wonderful tools to be able to do everyday tasks.